Hello. What would you do if motherhood called you from another continent, another culture, and a life you didn't fully understand?
Tanya is
Ah!
Tanya's the perfect person to tell us all about that. Tanya, welcome.
Thank
Hey,
you
Tanya.
so much. Hi, ladies.
I am so excited for everyone to meet you. We met we met Tanya at a very special place that we talk about fondly pretty often called Finally Friday.
Yes.
And oh man, Tanya has come over to my house for a pool day and we've hung out and I just love Tanya so much. And so today we get to introduce her to you. Oh, and Francine's not paying attention, so I will keep
Oh,
talking.
sorry. I was just saying hi to anybody who might be leaving a comment.
Excellent, excellent. So, the reason why we're introducing Tanya to you today is because she is one of our new collaborators for the Believe anthology project. So, she is going to be sharing her story with us. And we alluded a little bit into the mystery about what that story was at the beginning of this episode. So, where do you want to start,
Oh, let's just
Tanya?
start at the very beginning.
Well,
Okay, that's a good place to
I
start.
haven't heard that part of the story yet.
What would you do if motherhood called? For me, motherhood has been calling since I was since I was a baby. I always wanted kids. What woman, I mean, most women do. When we're growing up, we think we want kids. We write down our babies' names in high school because we just know we're going to have so many. But that didn't really happen for me. I tried and tried and tried, but because of my MSA and some complications, I was not able to conceive. That didn't stop me. So I actually served in Iraq, and I served with a gentleman who was on my team from Morocco. He was originally a linguist, then became a research manager for the United States Army. And once he got his citizenship, he brought his sister to the United States post Iraq. But here's the catch: she moved in with him and he got recalled. Because if you're familiar with how the military works, we do 4 years active and we do 4 years active reserve, which means even if you're not in a uniform, you could put one back on for another 4 years. And that's exactly what happened to her brother, which left her with nowhere to live in the States. So originally, she was a freshman in high school, and they said, Tanya, you cannot raise her. You are you are just not conservative enough. So I cried. But long story short, she went to a house in Georgia, and Khadijah and Saeed were wonderful people. They also have 3 children of their own. So they have 3 children that they're trying to get through high school, and Iman spoke zero English. So it was a challenge at the time. To make a very long story short, I don't know why, but she came here, we met, and I sent her back to Georgia with a cell phone. We put her on our cell phone plan thinking, okay, at least I can help this girl do her homework. I didn't really know her. And 6 months in, she was really struggling with grades, and her family gave her permission to come stay with me. They told me on a Wednesday. Do you know I drove my car there on a Friday? I picked her up, brought her back here to Florida. And then I had to figure out how to get her enrolled and all of that because I had no experience. You can't just take a child to a school and say, hey, I just brought this child here. Here's my power of attorney. Can we enroll her? It doesn't quite work like that. So after going through the entire court system and trying to figure out what happened was it's called legal adoptive guardianship. So I did raise Iman Raleigh. She's my beautiful daughter from Morocco. When I got her, she spoke no English, from a different country, different culture, different religion. She was like a little mouse. And now she's a project manager with a master's degree, bachelor's, almost done with her master's. I keep pushing. Just push her
Wow.
right over the edge. But yes,
That is the perfect story for the Believe You Can anthology because you believed you could do it, even though you had no idea how.
none. I just knew. I just knew I wanted a child and it wasn't in the cards for me. So since this one was here, I said, I want her. I will take her. And, we joke around a lot, but I will tell you, raising a child from a culture where women don't really have a voice was challenging and rewarding. Because what I will tell you is that my goal and my intention for my daughter was that she had a voice, she had independence, and she could speak for herself. And she does that very well. She's very educated, sometimes a little too mouthy, but all good. And we both learned. And she's getting married in May. I'm on my way to go to her country for the first time. So it's very exciting for both of us. But we had challenges. Doesn't every couple? Doesn't every parent? I mean, I was a single female raising a little girl who believes that men have the final say in everything we do. So
That's
That is
quite a
interesting.
that's quite a mindset to shift, isn't it?
oh, it was, and Francine, I know you work in mindset, and it's the reason I do what I do today, because there were so many instances where it could have gone a different direction, so many. And, we made it through. We really did. And in her culture, in her country, it's not very prevalent for women to go get college degrees and hold corporate positions. I mean, it's just not what they do over there. So, she's one of the first in her family to be college educated and out in the workforce, earning money, paying her own bills.
Wait, doesn't she have her own house too?
Yes. Yes. My daughter bought her own house at 28. She sure did.
Awesome.
She's a mover and a shaker, that girl. You'd have never known. She was a little mouse when I first got her. But we did a lot together. I will tell you, I am not the person who believes in just telling your child to go do their homework. Iman and I was the mean mom because I made her do a sport, because I wanted her to integrate. I wanted her to learn collaboration. I wanted her to learn teamwork. You don't learn that if you ostracize yourself. And with her being from a different culture, she was very shy. So I had to push her out. And when you push a child into these activities, my belief is you need to show up too. I didn't force her to run cross country and not stand at the finish line of every meet. I didn't force her to do homework without sitting at the kitchen table till midnight to make sure that she wasn't doing it by herself. So we make an investment in things that matter. And for me, people matter.
And now I really can't wait, because audience, this is the icing on the cake.
I'm looking for my drumsticks for
Yeah,
the
where's your
drum roll.
Go ahead.
Tanya's daughter is also writing a chapter for the Believe anthology on how, or her viewpoint of what, you have one story, and we're going to get both viewpoints. We're going to get Tanya as the mother and her daughter from her viewpoint of coming to this country, not knowing the language, being pretty much dumped with this woman she barely knew.
Right? Can you imagine? Like, how scary would that be for a 14-year-old? It's like, here's somebody, we don't have a relationship with her. The only person I knew was the brother. And that was a working relationship. We served in Iraq together. So it was very challenging and very unique. We didn't always get along, but here's what I will tell you. When you have enough love in your heart and discipline, it will always work out in the end. And I do believe that, because her brother and I had some tumultuous times through the years. I mean, they believe differently than I do, but love is what prevails at the end. We literally, I hope I don't cry. We literally just went on a cruise together for Christmas. And I mean, we're talking people that have really not seen eye to eye. But because we never gave up on either side, and you have to have that space for personal growth and development without being identical. You learn in diversity.
So, how are you going to approach this story for 1,200 words? Just curious. Have you thought about that yet?
No, I haven't. I really haven't. I thought, because it's such a long story and you want to. So we'll take the most impactful points. Obviously, I'm going to write with my daughter. She loves when I sign her up for stuff like this. You'll hear from her. She'll tell you I push. But it's okay. We're excited to do it together. We really are, because there's a lot, it'll weave in and out. We'll see where it takes us. We've done a
I
lot.
can't wait to read it.
So, what I especially love about this is way back in the beginning, Francine. Remember when we were first talking about this project and what it would look like and who would come and collaborate with us? And we explored this idea of it being like a mother-daughter project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't really, we didn't hit up any mothers groups in Facebook or like anything like that, but woohoo, look, we got one. It happened. This is perfect, and I'm so excited.
See, when you manifest, it really works. So many people, they believe that you have to push and push and push your way through. But really, when you really set an intention, you could really sit back and manifest. It's fabulous. Because I never thought my daughter and I would write a book together. When I first asked her, she looked at me like I was crazy. And then I told her, I said, well, it's not really optional because I already paid. Happy birthday.
Oh,
I'm excited for her to do it also. I think it's a great thing. And she's done really well. I mean, she's put herself out there. She now does Toastmasters with her accent. So Francine's been a great influence. So we all can't be like Heidi and just show up to a Toastmasters conference and win with zero practice, zero. Do I sound jealous?
You'll
That was
never
probably
live that one down.
I will never. I talk about it a lot. You do not have to be a good speaker. Call my friend Heidi. She's never been to Toastmasters and she won the competition. So it happens. It's a
beginner's
great story.
Do you still have that trophy, Heidi?
I sure do. It's I have a desk in my room and I have all my little trinkets from like different vacations and stuff that I've taken, and my grandma's little cedar box where she used to keep her handkerchiefs. And it's kind of like leaned up in the corner behind that box, because what happened was my birds kept flying in there and it fell over a couple times, and I was concerned for either their well-being or the well-being of the little trophy thing that Tony made me. So anyway, it's tucked safely behind my grandma's.
I don't have a trophy, but I have the picture of me and Heidi with Heidi's trophy.
That's the one that I'm talking about, because that was the real trophy for me. I mean, the trophy was great. It was a trophy. It looked like a trophy, but how long can you keep that out in your house before other people look at you like, why is this still here? So that's tucked away in a keepsake box. But then Tanya got me this like glass, I don't know. I've seen these given away as trophies before, but it's got a picture of her and me in it, with me holding the trophy. And so that has actually replaced the real trophy that I got, and that is what is out on display because it's much more beautiful than the
that was
trophy.
such a perfect day, isn't it? Like and it just comes together. I love Toastmasters.
So what I am looking forward to is promoting this book when we can all get together and have fun doing glamour shots and interviewing each other and taking group photos. Tanya's the busy doctor over there.
Where's my secretary? Secretary, get that.
When you're a solopreneur, you don't have, extra people to answer phones.
It's probably just a telemarketer or someone who was going to hang up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or is it
Your Google account has not been verified today.
Or is it one of your friends who wants to get in on this book deal with us?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They could be watching right now and calling you live on the air.
If you believe it, you can achieve it. So write that book. It's the perfect opportunity. It's so much. I don't want to say it's easier because writing is just hard any way you look at it, but it's easier than writing an entire book. So start with a chapter and then work your way up.
Well, and this is the perfect time to put this in here. We help. We have what we call portal parties. Yay! I said it right this time. Yeah. Portal parties are brainstorming sessions. That is your portal from confusion to clarity. You come into the portal party, you tell us what creative journey you're on that day, tell us where you're stuck, and we help unstick you, get you out of that mud. We have helped a children's author go from I'm ready to quit to her book is almost complete. We have helped people with their ad copy. I have this great program, but I'm just stuck on how to explain it to people. You name it. We have helped with song lyrics. What else have we helped with, Heidi? We've
Well,
helped
I
with
mean, our chapters.
our chapters, right? We just had a great session with our author who is in France. She didn't understand what was going on because of the language barrier. But when we got together in the room and we started talking about it, it just started coming to life for her, listening to what the other authors were doing and brainstorming together. Now she has an outline for her chapter.
Excellent.
I know
Excellent.
sometimes we talk about like how great like the new technology and like, oh, just let ChatGPT interview you or whatever, but
No,
nothing can replace getting feedback from real live human beings.
right?
Because, man, I don't know about you, but like some of the responses I've been getting in chat lately when I'm like, you think what? You think this is the best response? Like, what about this? And they're like, oh, yeah, that is way better. I'm like,
But when you look at
I
the
need real
technology
humans.
behind the artificial technology, it's kind of scary because it really is other people controlling your psyche. So I always say, take control back to yourself. I don't want
Yeah.
somebody to talk for me. You can help me or assist me. But when ChatGPT, a lot of people, and this is where my daughter, because with English being her second and actually her third language, becoming dependent on that is challenging because I want to break the dependency. It's one thing to use it as an ad hoc, but when you start becoming dependent on it, well, then you're losing your critical thinking, you're losing decision making, and you're really diminishing your psychological capabilities.
Yes.
My 2 cent plug on utilizing our own brain.
But not only that, it isolates you. Yeah,
Very
it's great to work on all these projects by yourself. I love my alone time. But when you get a chance to be in a room full of other people that are creative like you are and all kind of working on a similar project, it gives you perspective that you're never going to find when you're hanging out all by yourself.
Well, and
true.
I work a lot in AI. I have a clone who does my talking for me sometimes. But what I have learned is the AI is only as good as the prompts you give
Yeah.
it. What we get in the portal party is we ask each other questions. Then you could plug those questions into ChatGPT.
Right.
But
Hmm.
just going to ChatGPT without the right prompts, you don't always get the right information back.
It
Yes,
doesn't make sense.
right.
I have seen people write me on LinkedIn. I'm like, this does not make any sense. So I know that they just put it into ChatGPT and vomited it right back out.
Right. So it's all
Very
about,
obvious.
and I learned this the hard way when I was trying to edit photos. I put 4 different photos into AI and I wanted them to take the glasses from this photo and the clothes from this photo
Wow.
and merge it together. And I ended up with 4 legs because I did not
That's way too
write the
advanced for
prompts
me.
correctly.
I'm not that advanced yet. I'm still just trying to figure out Claude.
But even like you're saying, Francine, asking a better question to get better answers is you can take that, use it with Chat GPT and get better results from it later. But man, nothing replaces human beings and the ideas that can be generated when you're in a safe, non-judgmental space. And I think a lot of people, at least in the music industry that I talk to, struggle to find other people that they can collaborate on that kind of level where there isn't this judgment like, man, they're not very smart. They don't know how to say that correctly, or, whatever they're worried about that they can't open up. So that's another thing that I really enjoy about these portal parties is it's a safe, collaborative space. Everyone's open-minded to the ideas brought to the table. They're not knocked down, even if
Right.
they're like 90% maybe not a good idea, but it at least leads to more good ideas after that.
Exactly. That's it. More
I
good
would say that
ideas.
no idea is a bad idea. Maybe it just can't be implemented in this situation, but in
Right.
another one.
Exactly.
Right. I love it. So when is the book? So let's talk about the book so that people understand what we're looking for or what you all are looking for to promote, but really as part of it, because we want it to be life-changing for people that read it and life-changing for people that are actually writing to contribute to it.
Right.
So if you believe
So,
you can, we want you to be part of the book, right?
Yes, we do.
yeah.
Oh,
And
believe too.
for those of you that are like, is my story going to fit? Are people going to care about my story? So think about any of those times in your life where you were up against something hard, something difficult, something that was a challenge, and you decided that you could do it. And so you did what it took for that particular situation, and it might not have been easy. It might have been easier than you thought it was going to be just because you got started. I mean, the story can go in so many different directions from there. And there is someone out there waiting to hear that story because they're probably in a similar situation to you. And they're going to hear that story and it will change their life. And the cool part is it's going to be in a book with a bunch of these kind of stories. So you could read a different little story every day and get a different piece of inspiration.
Yes.
I
And
love
what
it.
about we really want 52 authors. But
Oh, I like that.
if we could get 30 authors, that's still somebody could read one chapter a day for a month of inspiration.
I love the 52 authors. Every week, somebody can be inspired. Be inspired.
Exactly.
What will inspire you this week? I
I
love it.
love that. Yeah. And now another benefit for the authors, you are joining a community, and the whole point of the community is to raise each other up. You need some more likes on your social media? Well, we're there for you. You have an event coming up, we'll help you promote it. You come on this live stream with us and talk about what you do. So now it's Tanya's turn. Tanya, how could people get in touch with you? Tell them what you do and how they could get in your community.
Thank you. I run Consciously Aware. I work as a solopreneur for Consciously Aware, and we are now creating the Aware community to help people raise their conscious awareness. So I just run an Aware program, a 5-month transformational Aware program, and where we connect the mind to the body, because it's not always just the mind and it's not always just the body. It's the combination of the mind and body for total body balance and coherence. So that's really what I do in a nutshell. And I
And
love it. I love working with people.
how could they get in touch with you?
www.consciouslyaware.com. That is the easiest way. It's all the information's on my website. I wish I had a bigger social media presence, but in time I will get there. I'm trying more social media, but little by little I'm out there. So I've done mainly word of mouth, and I have a practice here in Wesley Chapel, Florida. And now I'm looking to do more online in the future. So branching out, moving up, we'll see.
You're in the perfect place to get your social media up because you're streaming live now, aren't you?
Yes. Thank you both. This has been really wonderful. I don't do a lot online. So as I'm moving now and making the shift to more online, I appreciate you both inviting me for my first live on air. I feel so important. There's a big on air right over my head. Feeling
Right? It
important
really
right
does
now.
feel kind of like a studio when you're in
No,
here.
it does. It feels very official. So,
And then your daughter really has to come on so we could talk to her too.
oh, for sure. Oh yeah, I can make that happen. Push. She calls me the pusher. So I'm gonna push her right on. She's amazing. You'll really enjoy her. Her energy right now is she's pre-getting married. So she's got a lot of energy right now. And it's Ramadan. My daughter's Muslim. So there's another difference. A lot of differences. I will tell you, it should be an interesting read. We'll see.
I'm sure it will. Because, Tanya, I've known you for a few years now, and you have never failed to interest me.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but
No, that day that I walked, well, first seeing your apartment for the first time, and oh my God, the stuff you have an eclectic flavor in your apartment. And then I went in your office and I saw your wall full of degrees and certificates, and that was amazing. But then all of the different modalities you use that help people.
I do. And I will tell you, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much. But a lot of that came from not feeling good enough. It's interesting the things that we can accomplish when we feel like we need to shine. I stayed in school because it's the only place I felt like I put in the effort, I got the grade back. You put it into relationships, you could get cheated on. You put it into homework, well, you get good grades. And that was really until I was able to make that mindset shift in my own life. I just kept achieving, looking for something that I really never got from those awards. But what I got was the ability to know that I could. And that was very, very helpful. So I thank you for that. Yes, I do put a lot into other people. Now I'm learning to put into myself. Right?
But I appreciate the fact that you feel confident now sharing some of those stories because these are the conversations I feel like need to be had out in the open a little bit more to make it a little bit more normalized to discuss where our emotions come from and what stories we've been telling ourselves that have led up to this point and how it sabotages us in certain situations, so that it's not a weird thing. You don't need to be fixed. It's just something to be understood. And you're one of those people that feel confident sharing your own personal stories and how you've worked through that. And you have all of these processes that you've learned about that you're able to help people implement because it's not a easy answer. It's not the same answer for everybody. So you've got a bunch of different solutions to be able to solve a lot of different problems.
I always say I like to look at it as, none of us as coaches are fixing other people, but what we're doing is we're offering a bridge for them to fix themselves. I can't change you. I can barely change myself some days, but I sure can work on it. And that's where I ask people. Personal work is the hardest work you'll ever do. It's also the most rewarding work you'll ever do because you will see your own pivot. Like there's nobody more beautiful than the woman in the mirror, right? We just have to be able to see her beauty or his beauty. Right?
Oh, I think that's a perfect note to end this episode on.
We see our beauty.
Exactly. I always say the best therapy we can all do is mirror therapy.
Oh my gosh, that was to infinity for a second.
I love it.
Beauty to the infinity power. Yes.
There you go.
All right. So if you can conceive it, you can believe it, and you can achieve it.
From the head to the heart to the hands. Yes.
Yes. You can.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. You're awesome.
You're awesome too, Tanya. Woohoo!
They
All
are.
right. See, all you guys that showed up out there also commenting, all that. Hey, Deborah, you're awesome too.